all that I'm going to encompass in this really, really and straight to the point video. So before I get started, come in, say hi. Your hi matters. Every time you say hi, I'll turn it on, flip it. Once you catch me live, I'll make sure I give you some individual attention because your hi does matter. And this is the space where I want you to make sure that you know that you don't just get to come in and peek and watch, but you also get to say hi and be present in each space that you go because your presence matters, right? um, Understanding that we've been so silent in the world, we've been so quiet, we've been so complacent at times, not understanding that we have been broken, we have been hurt, we have been tampered with spiritually. We are surrounded with a lot of heavy vibrations, sometimes toxic vibrations that impacts our ability to communicate, impacts our ability to show up fully as ourselves. And honestly, I really personally believe in, I know I need spiritual healing. I know the world needs spiritual healing. I can't make it happen. I could just focus on me. And the beautiful thing about being in Aruba and having our sanctuaries in different spaces, it's that it's space where you can fully work on your own spirituality and your own healing process. So allowing yourself that time, allowing yourself that moment to work on you, to actually work on your own spiritual growth, your own individual growth. We often tend to work on our physical space, our medical, our physical, the things that are being seen. We're working on that all the time. We want to work on our beauty, we want to work on our body, we want to work on all the things that we think are more important. And I just wanted to come in and remind you that what's really even more important is the unseen. What's even more important is what is inside, what we're going through at times and don't even know that we're going through, the spiritual hurt, the spiritual turmoil, the spiritual heaviness that we're often surrounded by, but don't know how to fully work on ourselves and recover and to heal through that process. So I'm so grateful that I have been blessed with a mama who is spiritually founded and spiritually gifted, that she's able to provide those gifts to not only me but to my tribe and spirits that she comes into part with, understanding that if we don't work on our spiritual selves, then the rest doesn't matter, right? And allowing moments like this, allowing times where you can just sit down and be still, allowing times where you can reconnect with nature and just kind of soothe our inner soul, work on healing, work on recovery, our soul, because it's often unseen and it's often undone and it's not placed emphasis on. But use this time to really work on your inner healing, your inner self, so that it can radiate outwards and impact the rest. So, my mom is here. She's sitting down in the back. I ain't gonna turn around because she's on the porch and she's doing her morning rituals with herself. And I'm just here taking some time to really reset, recover. We're doing planning, we're doing other business stuff as always. But even in that time, as a family, we also make sure we just spend time reconnecting and working on our own spiritual growth, our own spiritual recovery, our own spiritual strength, especially as we provide support for others. So it's important for CEOs, it's important for leaders, it's important for people who are often in the front, in not only doing it, but leading by example through the process, allowing the growth, allowing the process, allowing the journey, even as we begin to help others out there, understanding that we got to work on ourselves first to have that capacity, to have that strength so that we can help others in their own spiritual development, in their own spiritual recovery. Um, Broken people can hurt other broken people. So, as a leader, it's my responsibility to keep working on my own internal spiritual growth. Yes, I come to Aruba. I use this time as my spiritual sanctuary. I first work on developing me. I bring mama out. I spend some time with her, have her work with me before we even bring out our guests or bring out whoever our guest is for that moment or for that actual sanctuary experience, because we always bring, God always sends whoever needs it. So look at this juicy ripe mango up there. Um, just using the time for our own personal spiritual growth and recovery, because we understand that in order to help others, we got to first help ourselves. In order to pour into others, we got to first make sure our cups are full. And that is the key to being a successful leader. That's the key to being a responsible leader. And that's the key to making sure that you keep working on your own self in the process. So this is me, Dr. Ali, still working on me, still growing, still developing, still healing, still strengthening before I work on my other staff and my tribe and my whoever I was called to serve. I'm just doing the work. So this is me doing the work. I just want to let you know that you got to do your work too. It's not just me got to do the work. You got to do yours too. So, hi, I appreciate you. And let me show you what we have today. I picked some mangoes already, so you missed that part. I always came out and took my first set of mangoes, but we got some more mangoes. We're waiting for this guy here to get a little bit more yellow. And those are all green up there, so they'll be turning. We got another one over here that looks like it's juicy, but it's also getting ready soon. Let me see. Nope, it's not pulling, so it's not very, very ready. But as soon as this gets a little more ready, I'll be ready to pull that. This one looks a little bit ready too, but still red on top. So I'm gonna give that another day or so, or maybe if it drops, then I'll give that. And this one's almost ready too. I'm pulling, but it's not coming so easily. So it's a little light tug, to see if it's gonna come off, to see if it's gonna give way. And if it doesn't give way yet, that means it's not quite ready. It's almost ready. It's almost there. You can see the yellow, but they still have the green on top, so it's still pretty much holding on to the developing process. All right. So that's something a little different that I'm learning. And every time I come, I learn something else new about this mango tree. Trust me, it has been so much. It has been so much growth, and I appreciate it. I appreciate my own spiritual recovery, spiritual growth, spiritual strengthening. As a person that was called to serve others, I always have to remember that I got to step aside and do my work first before I go out there and I serve others. So this is me doing my work. This is me making sure I keep working on developing myself, doing my own health and spiritual growth and spiritual recovery and spiritual strengthening as I continue to help others out there in the world. Welcome to Aruba and welcome to our Synergy Sanctuary. I appreciate you and have a blessed and amazing day. Take care.